Coming to you live even during the Gabe Space, unfortunately, and the Bumcast, 9 o'clock episode here. It's the Believe in the South Side boys. Yes. Thanks for the technical difficulties from my co-host.
Yeah, thanks, Adam.
I'm Steve-O. You can find me on Twitter at Drunk Shy Sox Fan. Joining me as always, it's Carrie at That Base Buy Fan on Twitter.
What's going on, everybody? It's That Baseball Fan. I'm getting that account back. I already asked Elon personally, so that will be back soon. But I'm excited. We have one of our good buddies again coming on the show. I know it's been about 6 months that we've been asking Adam to get on, right? No,
you've
about
been
a couple days.
The most anticipated guest of the podcast for us because we've asked you how many times over the past 2 months.
Yeah, no, definitely wanted to get you on here. So, Adam, I'm glad you came on. So, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yep. Hey, everyone. Adam KC on Twitter. Don't get your kids in junior hockey if you want to do a podcast. So just put it that way.
Fantastic. Thank you, Adam, for joining us. You can find him on Twitter at AdamKC1980. So you can guess how old he is. He's definitely the old fuck of the three of us. But he can still drink me under a table.
To look the youngest.
Yeah, well. That is impressive. I'm not going to lie. Adam, are you drinking is the question from our guy, Beer Garden Jim, right now in the chat.
Am I ever not drinking, Jim?
I mean, what's the bottle today, Adam?
We're sipping on it's a little bright on the light there, but that's a Sazerac rye.
Sazerac rye. Is that a Kentucky rye or what kind of rye are we looking at there?
That would be straight rye from
doesn't even know where it's come from.
Somewhere. It's got to be from Kentucky.
To be determined. To be determined. Carrie, are you drinking?
Yeah, I got some no, I'm not drinking, but I am gonna huff this later. So that's what I'm doing.
Is that nail polish?
No, this is called a permanent marker, and I'm just gonna
permanent marker. That works too. Is it Hebrew time, Harry? Carrie?
I don't know, Steve. You tell me.
Carrie. I'm all about Hebrew time. I mean, the horror happened at my weddings, as we talked about before. Thank you for those of us that are joining us live. Thank you for those of you that tune in over the podcast airwaves. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts. No, this is not Pornhub, unfortunately, Prof.
I like Sammy Davis's.
So
yes. I am not wearing any pants, so funny enough.
You aren't, Adam? That's great.
Adam might show it off tonight.
Completely nude. Yes.
Well, we are a White Sox baseball podcast. We get to White Sox baseball talk, but Adam, let's just try and head in that direction. What the hell made you a White Sox fan, and why are you a masochist?
Boy, my dad just raced on it. My earliest memories are going to White Sox games. My dad was actually on the news in '83. He was the first guy in line to get tickets for the playoffs. He camped out for 3 nights.
Wow.
Not even kidding. I have the newspaper article somewhere. I can't seem to find it. It's in storage. But yeah, he was a diehard, had season tickets. We were going all the time as kids, and I just got sucked into this shit, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, here's what I gotta ask, Adam. On a scale 1 to 10, how much hope are you feeling for the White Sox right now? Like, 1 is like, bury this organization. 10 is like, hey, we're going to go win a freaking World Series this year.
Based on the expectations, I'm like a 3 or 4 right now.
Yeah, 100%. It's just so depressing. If you follow this team at all, you saw there were top tier free agents up on the board, which the White Sox, especially in the outfield, could have went out. And
money will be spent, right?
Yes, the money will be spent, right? And right now the White Sox are 12th in the MLB. Like, if you add up the numbers right now, they're 12th, I believe, in the MLB in payroll. Do you think the money is going to be spent, Adam, somewhere, anywhere this year, this offseason?
No. Maybe Jerry's going to add an addition to his house. I don't know. Is it going there?
The money will be spent in a 401k dump.
Yeah, they're 11th right now, but I don't think that they've taken into account the Blue Jays Bassett deal just yet on here.
Okay.
So, they're looking at 12th right now.
Yeah.
Payroll.
That's not
that's
great
with the
for a team.
And that the Cardinals are right after that, and they will definitely be spending something soon. So, and the Giants and the Cubs. So, the Sox could easily be around 15. So,
Carrie, where are your hopes? Scale 1 to 10.
I think you already know that. We've talked about this for weeks. This team's a joke. Rick Hahn's a joke. It's just I'd rather have like Beer Garden Jim running this goddamn franchise right now. I mean, it's better than what Rick Hahn's doing, which is absolutely fucking nothing. So, I'm at like a 2 because
Yeah.
they 2-3 because they have some decent players. But hey, there's no plan like banking on your players to come back with vengeance. That's a good plan.
100%.
Hope is not a business strategy.
Hope is not a business strategy. That's a good comment coming from Adam. There's a great question from Jim in the comments. What's bigger, your wallet or somebody specific's head?
I mean, it's the head. We've all seen it.
All right, fair enough. The Madrigal shirt is getting commented on in the chat, Carrie, from our guy Jordan.
It's a
Miller.
bed shirt. It's okay.
I mean, it's got to be comfy cozy, man. It must be nice knowing that
small on me. It's small on me.
Nick Madrigal will be. I'm not going there. He'd be swimming in it, right?
Oh, I get it, Steve.
Oh no,
because Steve hates fat people too.
I just dislike them when they are out of shape and pitching on the mound for the Chicago White Sox. That's how I feel about it. I mean, what hope is there to hang on with the White Sox right now? I think I'm just so depressed thinking about Chicago White Sox baseball.
Healthy and they have their career years. We will win the division and lose in the first round of the Astros. That's your best case scenario.
It might be. I mean, it's just
everyone healthy in career years.
I can't wrap my head around the fact that they changed almost the entire coaching staff and the entire training staff, but then the mentality in free agency is just let's go for Mike Clevenger and stop right there.
Let's not even go for Mike Clevenger. Let's beat the market for Mike Clevenger. They wanted to beat the market for him.
Well, the White Sox are allergic to lefties since the Dallas Keuchel signing, so.
Yeah.
What's worse, wearing a Madrigal shirt or a Your Mean shirt?
Ooh.
Probably whatever Jordan chooses.
Shirt. Yeah, that was my choice too.
Whichever one Jordan's wearing.
Yeah.
Whatever Jordan chooses. Yeah.
Fair. I do think, I'm not gonna lie, to answer Jordan's question, I think a Your Mean shirt is worse because Madrigal still probably has a career in Major League Baseball. Your Mean is a human pass. Hold on, a quote unquote from Dan Victor, a human passed ball machine. I think he said that once.
That guy
That's
is
fantastic.
Horrible at fielding and can't hit anymore.
It kind of reminds me of the Chicago White Sox, like guys who are terrible at fielding and struggle to hit the ball. Wouldn't you want a guy like? Here's what is so absurd to me. You do the math on Brandon Nimmo's 8-year, $168 million contract. Do you know what that is per year?
No. What is it? Tell me, Steven.
$20.5 million. 20.5. So the White Sox are not willing to pay Brandon Nimmo going into the 2023 season as an age. What is he again? 28 player. That kind of money.
3-digit $100 million contract. Jerry won't do it.
It's unbelievable.
Someone called the Sox middle class of baseball, but I wouldn't even put it there because there's teams like the Rays that have already spent on $100 million contract, and some of these other teams that have, and the White Sox just don't live there, and they try to pretend like they will, but they just won't. So that's why they are where they are.
I'm just sick and tired of this same conversation. There's zero reason that the White Sox should even be in competition with anybody in their division. Look at the markets.
Yeah.
Cleveland, the
Minnesota,
Twin Cities,
Kansas City.
Detroit,
That place sucks.
and KC, Adam's favorite. Wait, can
Yeah.
you believe that a team from Chicago is crying poor?
Same with the other side of the town too.
I mean, that's one thing because they built up that entire surrounding area. And they're in like, I think that's what bugs me more about the White Sox and the Cubs right now. I'd rather be a you know how bad this sounds? I'm about to say this out of my mouth. I kind of hate myself for it. Rather be a Cubs fan right now because at least you know that your time is not now. Right now is the White Sox time. Rick Hahn asked me after the fucking parade.
Yeah.
And we're here looking at nothing. Not even a playoff series win.
Yeah. It's such a sad state of affairs. I'm more optimistic about the 3-win Bears than I am the White Sox going into the season.
That's Chicago sports.
Yeah. We'll get them next year.
Yeah, I was literally like offered Bulls tickets. Well, not offered, but like someone said, hey, there's $25 Bulls tickets for tomorrow. And I was just like, nah, I'm good. Fuck.
And at least there was some sort of a vision there. Like, and I hate to diverge
I'll give you that.
Other
and that's
sports,
what I wish the Sox were at. At least they had some sort of vision. They got Vukovic, which he hasn't worked out, right? But like, you know, they had that vision, get a big three, DeRozan, Levine, Vuk, and see what happens. And the Sox can't even fucking do that. So,
yeah. And call me a fake fan, snake in the grass, bald fuck. It's just absolutely depressing. I can't think of any other better word than depressing. And back to my point with like, at least there was a vision with the Bulls. You go and get your big guys. You know, you trade for Vooch. You're in a win-ish now situation. You take a little bit of a risk on DeMar, but it pays off big. You knew it was a high, you know, the ceiling was super high on him. So you went out and got him. And then you think about the White Sox and roster construction, right? I mean, they went and got, the Bulls, again, they got 2 defensive guards and Caruso and Ball. And then you got your 2 heavy offense guys and Levine and DeRozan. And then we look at the White Sox. And there's a bunch of first baseman, DH, poor fielders. Or guys that are just being played out of position in general because you didn't think about what your needs were moving forward.
There's no plan. There's like no fucking plan at all.
Relief pitchers.
Wait for the dust to settle. That's the plan. You know, I mean, it's horrible. I honestly think if there wasn't like good people that I've met, like Adam, not Steve, and like Jim, like maybe not Jim, but like, you know, the people that we talk to all the time that went to games, you know, I wouldn't be going as much, you know, and probably next year I already don't have my season tickets for next year, but I know because I can like just get a ticket in the 108, so, you know, sitting with somebody, but it's just, it sucks that it's like this, you know, this was supposed to be like the golden era of the White Sox. So that's good. That's good by John.
It's just absolutely ridiculous to think about. Maybe we should go on a more fun topic. Adam, tell us about why you are the barbecue master over Jim.
Barbecue master over Jim. I like this.
Sammy Davis Jr.
Well,
and and of course Carrie's favorite Shane.
I will say Shane is a great chef. I did give him some shit at the 108 day last year when I was in between blackouts, but he does make good food. His barbecue looks a little dry.
I've seen better.
Jim, I mean, we know Jim makes dry food. Sammy Davis Jr. here buys a Traeger and puts it on 400 and throws some chicken wings on and thinks he's a barbecue master. Jeez, put on some weight there. Come on, let's get a belly going here, Sam.
Yeah.
Then we'll talk about barbecue.
Well, he said he's going back to the Gabe show. I don't blame him. And apparently it's $180 for an hour for the wings, Jim.
And you know what? I will give Jim credit. Jim's saying I'm better than him. I do have an outdoor oven. Jim is doing all that shit with the charcoal, which I more power to him. I don't have the patience.
Who's better though? Prof or you, Adam? That's what I want to know.
I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
Trust me.
That dude's got like a
Yeah.
what's it called? It's like the size of a car. One of his
He needs to
picks,
put a
right?
hitch on it.
Yeah, he's got a hitch on it. Yeah. So
Well,
that's pretty funny.
it's perfect. He just popped into the chat
Yeah,
to say that maple
exactly.
syrup is a wonderful binder. Oh, jeez. I
It's
mean,
also a great lubricant.
Yeah, that's how Steve keeps his head shiny.
we'll go with that. That's what it is. Oh, jeez.
Oh my god!
I'm not breaking any
getting
rules, man.
into this.
I'm dying.
He brought Jim's kid. Now Jim's gonna be really mad.
Well, Adam, I'll tell you this much. There's one thing that I do have to look forward to. And what is that one thing that I do have to look forward to that's semi-Sox related?
Boy, I am going to be there in a few weeks, which I'm both scared and excited about.
Yes, you're alluding to something, indeed.
Yeah, we are going to go karaoke on Friday night, and then we've got the 108 Fest, which is going to be a blast.
Yes, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait for you to be in town. One of my favorite things about White Sox season is when Adam is in town. And yes, I know you guys are laughing. Wow.
It's perfect.
It was not.
We can celebrate with you, Steve. We can celebrate. January
Yeah,
6th.
it is going to be January 6th. Is it going to be the 6th when we go out for karaoke?
It is.
It is going to be the 6th when we go out for
hilarious.
karaoke. So I'll make sure to wear my favorite red, white, and blue paint.
Wear a thin blue line T-shirt like we always do.
No, only. Never mind. I'm not going there. I can think of a lot worse. Unfortunately, I can. Do we actually think? Let's talk betting odds. Beer Garden Jim in the chat says he's really looking forward to 108 day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You're gonna drive Jordan, right, Jim?
What are the odds that Jim shows up
Him and Jordan
to 108 day?
Singing show tunes the whole way down the highway together. That's what I want.
I cannot believe they showed up to a game together this year.
That was great. I loved every second.
I
of
wish
that.
I was in the car for that. I really, really do. I drove Jordan Miller to a game once, and he was on his phone the entire time working. With like talking to clients.
Well, it's okay. The one time that Jordan drove with me to a game, he wanted to make comments about the people that were on my block. So I won't go any further than that.
Nobody's missing, right?
Yeah. Well,
Everyone's
thank God.
still...
Yeah. No, he. I made sure that I did a quick, security check pat down on him before he got into my car.
Oh yeah.
You picked
did
him
not
up
buy
a
a ticket
in front of your house or anything like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jordan. I love you, buddy.
Just getting absolutely dragged. There's no way Jim shows up, though, right?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, good.
No.
He said good.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
Better chance of Juan showing up than Jim, I think.
I really need to stop doing this podcast in my current state. What's on 108 day? What's most likely? Adam takes off his shirt.
That's not happening.
Carrie, I don't know what Carrie. Oh,
what saves money or something? Come on, Steve.
Carrie gets lost, or
I don't get lost. I have Jew Tracker.
I decide to take another one of Prof's edibles
again.
I'm not eating any of those edibles
Those were
again.
Absolutely potent.
Every
Absolutely
time that mofo gives me one before a Sox game or something, I'm dead.
Yeah, never again.
But yeah,
Never
Adam,
again.
what do you think? What do you think?
I will buy Malort shots. That's
I can't
happening.
wait. Cannot wait.
Alexis, yeah. Just keep me away from the Rumplements. If I order Rumplements, tell me to stop.
Yeah, we'll do.
So I do have a baseball White Sox question for Adam, just because Adam is one of my, Call of Duty Warzone partners, and we talk a lot about other shit and a lot of talking shit about you, Steve. And what we did say,
That's fair.
was, Alex and him were going back and forth about a certain player. And I agreed that I would like this guy. Fucking senor. I would like Joey Gallo on the White Sox. And I know Adam is just anti Joey Gallo.
Oh, yes. I'm glad you brought up this conversation.
Yeah, just give me, how come?
It's okay. I will say this: it's better than anything they have right now, but it's another one of these fucking White Sox moves where not every guy we put in the right field is going to be Jermaine Dye.
Right.
They struck gold on that one. They're trying to do it again, and they tried and they tried and they tried. I'm just tired of it. They're in the contention window. They've got money to spend. Jerry says they have money to spend. They just got a new contract for $30 million. They saved pinching pennies during the rebuild. He's got money to fucking spend. And Joey Gallo and his 199 career average is the answer. That's going to get us over the top and beat the Houston Astros. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. It's not working for me.
Yeah.
Things broke. We need a new owner. I'm tired of it. It's getting old. You got a GM who doesn't know what the hell he's doing with the $200 million payroll. You got an owner who won't give a $100 million contract out.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this though, with the shift now changing, right? Do you think that plays into his game better, where he does get more hits? I don't know. I mean,
we haven't seen it change yet. We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean again, we're just taking more chances here, right? On.
But that's what we have to deal with the Sox fans, right? So it's like
exactly.
If you're going to take on a player and take a chance, let it be a Joey Gallo rather than a fucking Adam Eaton, right? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Well, because that's what we've gotten, though. I know you're saying but like Adam Eaton, Nomar Mazara, and AJ Pollock, that's what we've gotten. If you were to ask me, okay, would you have Joey Gallo or those three players? Give me Joey Gallo all day. So
sure,
but I get what you're saying.
I also would like the tallest midget as well.
That offends me.
I'm not very tall myself, Gary.
I know.
I know. You guys make me look like giants.
Steve, relax, okay?
Skinny
giant.
Your
head is bald, so you grow like 5 more inches. Just come on.
I'm closer to the sun. It's like a plant. There's more. There's more exposure there. Now, obviously, Adam, you're anti Joey Gallo, and obviously your mind frame is very fair. And like, okay, Joey Gallo is not going to move the needle, for this team, but would you be then more on board for somebody like Andrew Benintendi?
Yeah, I mean he's had some moments here in Kansas City. The coaches know him. I mean I don't know. There's nothing good left. I don't know at this point. There's nothing. Maybe they make a trade. I don't know what the answer is. I'm not paid the money to figure this out. I mean, there's better options than a 199 hitter. I remember watching Adam Dunn in the middle of that lineup, and you'd have runners on second and third with 2 outs, and he'd fucking strike out, or it'd be 1 out, runners on second and third. He'd strike out, and the rally was over. You didn't score any runs. All you had to do is put the ball in play. That's going to be Joey Gallo. Everyone's going to be cursing him by May if they sign him. That's what's going to happen.
It's possible. He also could hit a ton of dongs, to right field.
Sure.
It's definitely a lefty-friendly ballpark. And I mean, Conforto getting brought up here.
His OPS plus when he wasn't on New York was well over, like, it was 138, 121, 145, 118. Like, that's a good ball player.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really solid player. I mean, even David Peralta.
Yeah.
God.
I definitely would.
That?
Yes, he did, of course, and so did Senor.
We're gonna get Oscar Coles, and we're gonna like it.
Yeah.
You know what? And I don't necessarily mind seeing Oscar Colas this year and seeing him get some exposure. I don't want Oscar Colas getting 500 fucking at bats this year. That's just not going to be a winning recipe.
When Eloy and Luis eventually get hurt, and it's going to happen for a little bit. Hopefully it's not anything big, but he's going to play. He's going to get his bats. Yeah, everyone's getting hurt because that's what happens to this team. He's going to get his bats. May not be 500, but Gallo and Pray. Yeah.
I mean, you look at the White Sox rotation and you look at their bullpen, right? You're definitely not bitching about that, right?
No, solid.
I like it. I mean, there are some question marks. You don't really know. I mean, you spent all this money on the bullpen, and they weren't even top half in the league last year. So you really don't know what you're going to get, and this is why you don't spend money on your at least that much money on your bullpen. Then,
Well, yeah,
unless your name's
Rick.
Frederick.
Yeah.
And then you've got, Kopech's a question mark in the rotation. You don't know what Garrett Crochet's role is going to be. Mike Clevenger is obviously a risk, but he's got a high ceiling. But I don't mind the rotation. I don't mind the way the bullpen is constructed right now. Obviously, that has an impact, though, on the way the money is being spent in free agency, unfortunately. That's my biggest complaint.
And I love everyone saying, let's trade Hendricks and make the rest of the team better because we'll have money. Jerry's got fucking money. We don't need to trade Hendricks, our best bullpen pitcher, to sign somebody if that's our concern. I'm less confident in the bullpen if Hendricks is gone and gets traded away. Much less confident in the bullpen.
Yeah. And I get that because he's the best reliever in baseball, right?
Well, not even that. You trade him away, and what are you going to even – do you even trust Rick Hahn to even get anything right in return for him? Like, fuck no.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it would be. I mean, it would be a trade to a team that's already established and doesn't want to trade somebody away that's already part of their 26 man. You're going to have to trade with a team that's got, a chance next year, and you're going to have to trade with a team that has some prospect depth. And what that would do is hopefully what the idea with that is not necessarily, okay, what are we getting back from Liam Hendricks? The idea is you're freeing up the cap space. There's no cap, but you're freeing up the payroll. But will that money actually be spent is the question mark, right? What I would hate is them to trade Hendricks and then fucking not spend that money this year.
Yeah, we can. Raylo can close, right?
Probably.
I mean, he looks solid out of the pen.
I like Raylo. I'm a Raylo guy. But closer, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Getting the ball to the closer was the problem last year, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's, I don't know. We still need a second baseman too.
No hope. There's no hope.
I have no hope. I'm sorry.
If Jerry spent, I love this comment. If Jerry spent $100 million extra this year, he would still have 1.7 billion. And this is the team that we support.
Put it into the White Sox. What are you going to do with all that money? You're going to bury it with you?
Do you think? Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, do you think the current White Sox roster, Adam, like the way it is right now, are they even a 500 ball club?
About 500. Cleveland's a better team right now and younger.
And they got better players. I mean, Zanino's whatever, but Josh Bell, I mean, that's a nice little addition. So
at this point right now, who would you put up against Jose Ramirez on the White Sox?
Yohan Moncada. Nobody.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely have that podcast money.
I am getting paid a lot for this. I don't make appearances for free.
I know. We really had to pull some strings to get Adam on today, guys.
He offered me a shot of Rumplemint at karaoke night. And
luckily, I think Carrie might have gotten a grant from Jerry for the show. So
definitely.
That's that podcast money,
Yeah.
Well, I had Senor set up our house and the setup, so he's better with
Kanye's
that.
on next
manual
week,
labor.
So tune in.
Yeah. And it's just, and that's the thing that floors me the most about the White Sox guys. And it's not necessarily just even the money.
Jordan.
Yeah. Comment section is great as always. Thank you for those of you that are here with us live. Cleveland, teams like Cleveland get like these arms that are just absolute studs, right? That they develop, right? What the fuck have the White Sox developed in the last 10 years?
They did a great job keeping the people in the 500 level off the field level.
I mean, Purcell was with them. He's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I guess so.
5
Sale is
years.
100.
Quintana.
Sale, Quintana, TA,
Carlos.
Tim
Carlos.
Anderson, yeah.
guys that they drafted
Rodon,
and
yeah.
developed.
I'd say Rodon.
Drafted and developed.
Well, Quintana, they still developed him. He wasn't good before they got to
Right,
him. They
exactly.
made his career.
And to be honest with, I mean, he was a solid pitcher for the White Sox. But
Aaron
think about,
Bummer.
sure, I guess, and that's still kind of a question mark in the
reliever.
injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, that leads to my point, right? And the 3 main guys that we named, which were Sale, TA, and who was the other? Yikes.
Quintana?
No, Sale, TA. I swear there was
Rodon.
one more. Rodon. Thank
Carlos,
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All 3 of those guys were what? What do they have in common?
Well,
First round
a
draft.
couple
picks.
are gone.
Former
one's about
first
to
round
be gone.
draft picks. Former
Yeah.
first round draft picks. They're guys you don't miss on. Those are former first round draft picks that you
Yeah.
don't miss on.
What, Zach Collins? Was good.
Yeah, shit. And then you miss on guys like that or Courtney Hawkins.
Madrigal.
Ugh,
You don't
magical.
miss on first draft.
I mean, you're
picks.
I
Jake
mean,
Berger.
the bigger ones are Jake Berger, who still question
Josh
mark.
Fields.
Exactly.
Berger sucks. It's not a question mark. He's not that good.
I mean, he's a corner infielder that
Carson
hits
Fulmer.
average.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fulmer. Yeah. There's been more misses than not misses.
Yeah.
On a
And
run
who was the guy they
defense.
drafted? Jared.
Jared Kelly.
No, well, Jared Kelly's a question mark. So no, I'm talking about the guy they drafted above Trout.
Jared Mitchell.
Jared Mitchell. Thank
Yeah,
you.
outfielder
Yeah.
from LSU.
Exactly.
Boy,
Screams at Carson Fulmer memories.
Yeah,
already.
God.
I'm gonna go throw
If
the
the
toaster in
Dodgers can't even
bathtub.
fix you, you know you're bad.
Yeah. Jared Mitchell. I don't know why I couldn't remember that name. It's just like, wow. I'm
Yeah,
getting
that's-
back pain just thinking about it. Like I'm stressed
Yeah,
out.
I'm really. You're making me drink more than I intended to drink on a Tuesday night.
Yeah. Apologies. I just can't believe that we've got people that have joined, new people that have joined us in the chat, as well as people that are regulars. So thank you for those of you again that have tuned
Alexis,
in.
what's
This is
going
awesome.
on?
People are saying I'm a bigger draw than Beer Garden Jim.
Shit.
I don't know who beer.
I'm not saying it, but people are saying it. I've seen it all over the Twitter Spaces,
Is it the game spaces?
the game space.
Is
I'm
it still
telling
going
them,
on?
guys. How many people think Gabe should be a guest on this show?
He's
Yeah.
getting on the show.
Do you know if we get how many DMs should it take, Carrie, for us to get Gabe on the show?
What do you mean?
Like in order to convince me that
Oh.
we should have Gabe on the show. How
Oh
many
yeah,
DMs?
yeah. Well, I mean, Gabe will come on if I ask him. That's for sure.
You might have to do it alone.
No, Steve, you're going on.
I'm
the
just being
podcast.
honest.
People did get him blocked.
I'll keep my. I'll be nice. Never mind. Apparently, Gabe equals rating. Gabe
Absolutely.
equals rating. So,
Ga-
I mean, we
Gabe is
could have way
perfect.
better future co-hosts.
Oh
or
yeah, we'll have
guests,
Alexis
like
on
Alexis
too. I mean,
Atwater.
yeah,
Exactly.
we're gonna
And
get John. I mean,
and
that
Sa-
person.
Who's Salvatore Gaglio?
I don't know.
It sounds like a really bad name from The Sopranos.
Gaglio.
Gaglio.
Someone in our group made burner.
Salvatore.
Salvatore Gaglio.
Holy cow. Wow. Adam, what we try to keep this thing around a half an hour. We are now officially over. Would
was
you
gonna
like to
start
add
that
any final thoughts, predictions,
Sal.
beliefs about the 2023 White Sox?
Boy. Predictions 84 and 82. Or that math doesn't check
That
out.
doesn't check
84 and
out.
80. That math doesn't work.
84 and 78.
84 and 80.
Still doesn't
No.
add up.
So
78,
84 and
sorry.
78. Yeah.
See, the whiskey. I told you, Steve, I was a math minor in college. Look what's going on here.
This is impressive.
Your brain at a certain point, it just stops working at the same functionality that it worked at. Like every other year, it gets worse.
Seriously, I
84,
don't know
78.
if we were to guess of the three of us, who's the least intoxicated right now. I don't know. The herbal essences count too. So 84-78 White Sox 2023.
That seems overly optimistic, but I think the pitching's. I do agree with you on the pitching. I think the pitching is good, and I do feel good about Clevenger. Surprisingly,
Yeah.
I kind of like
And
that.
their coaching staff's going to be a little bit more like serious, you know.
Yeah.
So I agree, Adam. It probably equates to like 3 more wins. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job,
I
Rick.
think the line. I think the lineup's hot dog water.
Mhm.
The scoring runs are going to be tough, even if you add Joey Gallo. I'm counting on Joey Gallo in that prediction. Let me add that.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I
There you
am. I'm assuming somebody, either him or somebody of that caliber.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's Gavin Sheets out there, I want to come back on and make a new prediction.
Yeah. No. I just Gavin Sheets isn't even that bad of a bench piece. It's just the
Don't
idea
talk shit
of
about him.
he shouldn't be starting in right field,
Yes,
or
he
he shouldn't be
No,
starting
there's
at
nothing
DH.
wrong with
He's the guy
Gavin.
you pull off the bench. He's the guy that you have to play at DH because Yaz and Andrew Vaughn are both hurt, right?
He is going to be an all-star next. He's going to hit 44 home runs.
I mean,
I'm
Yeah,
serious.
if that became true, I'd be absolutely.
You know how I was with
astonished.
Magical? This is how it is with Sheets now. Gavin Sheets is my new Nick Magical.
I thought Yasmani Grandal was your new
No,
Magical.
no.
Okay. I'm still convinced that you cursed him too, Carrie. But
How could it be cursed? You're an idiot.
Larry, your new.
I don't know.
Nick
You're right. We should not have
That's
brought
Larry.
up Gavin Sheets. People are already dropping off.
Adam,
There's zero reason why this team doesn't go out and get a second baseman and a right fielder.
Zero reason. It should have been done already.
they've been saying it for 3 years
That
now.
easy.
So we it's like clockwork, right? I mean, like it's just gonna happen again next year. They're gonna say the same fucking thing. So
Mhm.
Second
No hope.
baseman or right fielder or any sort of outfielder or utility guy. That isn't Larry Garcia, but somebody that can actually hit, please.
I'll take Jose Iglesias. I don't even care.
Jesus.
At second base, I don't care.
It's absolutely fantastic. Sleepy Han indeed. Maybe we should end the episode so we don't steal the thunder from Gabe
Yeah, that's
or
right.
from
That's
the
right.
the Bumcast.
We
So
can do that.
Adam, loved having you on
yes.
here, though. Thank you for coming
Yeah,
on, buddy.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Adam, absolute pleasure. You're the best. Thank you for gritting
We'll
with
see you in a
us.
few weeks here. Can't wait to get some drinks and sing some Limp Bizkit.
Absolutely, and celebrate the signing of David Peralta, most likely. Have a
Yes.
great
And your
week.
birthday the week
Yeah,
after. What a
Yes,
way to-
indeed. A little birthday
Happy
celebration.
Hanukkah, everybody.
Yes, happy
Yeah.
6th most important Jewish holiday, right, Carrie?
Huh. Okay.
At least that's what I was told by Sam Mendelson. Have a good one, everybody.
Sure.
We'll see y'all next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See ya.